So this year we sort of came over with a general concept of the beer that we wanted. I wanted to go something less hazy, more of a lighter caramel color, sort of in the 7% range, and two hops that I really like are Strata and Galaxy. Brad and I traveled recently a few years ago, and we went to a brewery in Arizona that had a specific Strata Galaxy hop, and I thought it was so unique. It was just a very unique beer. Really loved it, so kind of wanted to go in that direction. So we brought those concepts to you, and I'd love to hear your take on, where you ultimately went with it, because we brought concepts, but you sort of masterminded the recipe.
Yeah, I couldn't be at that initial planning meeting. I had something that kind of came up last minute that week that prevented me from being here. Bill was able to distill a lot of the talking points from that meeting down into a coherent sort of direction for me, and I pretty much got the drift right away. You guys wanted something that was tight and clean from a malt perspective, but let's kind of push the hop side of things a little bit. Let's try to capture a more juicy, quote-unquote, hop flavor and profile, but let's still kind of have it finish out and be on the drier side. Let's avoid kind of the hazy, sweet route, which has become more and more commonplace on a draft menu. Listen, you got to play the hits. Those beers aren't going to go anyway anytime soon, but as a brewer, it's nice to kind of go back and revisit the stuff that's worked for so many years. So, in designing this beer, knowing kind of what the deliverables were going to be, we kept it simple. 3 malts total. Pilsner malt for the base, a little bit of Crystal 20 for just enough color and character and life in the malt bill, and then some dextrin malt. And I wasn't shy there. Recently, over the last year or so, I've been adding more and more dextrin and kind of shoehorning more and more dextrin into my malt bills to help encourage body, because I like, generally speaking, our hoppy beers I kind of keep on the drier side. So getting in that dextrin to kind of help with mouthfeel, body, and as well as head retention for increased aromatics. I think that's all we needed here. Keep the canvas kind of open for the hops to do their thing. So a little bit of a CTZ addition early in the boil to give us the bitterness that we want. And then we're going to go with a light whirlpool addition of both the Strata and the Galaxy to kind of top off our bitterness. And then we'll dry hop it twice. So we're going to do a day 3 dry hop to kind of take advantage of that biotransformation, try to get more of that juicy element from the hops. And then towards the tail end of fermentation, day 5 or day 6, we'll hit it again with the Galaxy and the Strata. So we're really looking forward to some peach, grapefruit, orangey, citrus character, some guava, and even a little bit of passion fruit coming from the Strata and the Galaxy combined. Just letting those two hops sort of figure out how they want to kind of present that flavor profile is kind of where that those malt bill decisions came from. Like just letting the hops kind of take the lead in this one. So fairly straightforward brew on paper, and I think we'll see what the hops do. We've used Galaxy pretty regularly here in the almost 6 years we've been brewing. Strata, definitely a newcomer for us. We've used it, actually just last week we used some Strata and Galaxy in a beer, but we definitely don't have as much familiarity with it. So this is obviously, good for us to kind of just get more face time with that variety and to see what it can do for us. ABV-wise, I think we were right around 7%. We're keeping the IBUs at around 20, I think. This beer will be on the softer side for sure to kind of further push that juicy character, but something that's going to be quaffable, something that's going to be sessionable in the grand scheme of things, and not overwhelm the palate too much. Really try to keep it inviting on the nose and on the flavor profile. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a nice sort of fastball IPA with contemporary style attributes, but still acknowledging the kind of the old school malt bill and approach at the same time.